Anthony Hartwig here. We're coming into Middle Ridge and we're coming in hot because we have a senior player profile here for you. And it is Skylar Leach coming on with us. Skylar, thank you so much for coming on talking to us today.
Thank you for having me.
Now, Skylar, this is your first year with the Middle Ridge softball
Mhm.
program. Although you're a senior, you kind of made the decision to join the team this year.
Yeah.
Take us through that decision and kind of what made you want to come out for the team as a senior.
So I wanted to play freshman year, but I was too scared to. But then Coach Will texted me for senior year and was like, "Come on out," because he was my teacher when I went to Girard, so I've known him for a while. So I said, I might as well. It's my last year with my team, and it's the only sport I play, and I want to do something for my senior year.
Now, you're not new to the sport of softball, though. You've been playing slow pitch before you went
Mhm.
into um, this fast pitch world. What have been some of the things that you've been what are some of the things that you carried over, and what are the things that you've had to really get used to, and the switch from slow pitch to fast pitch?
Probably just my hidden because it's not as fast. I know all the basics, like the base run and the infield. Probably just my hidden's the hardest part I have.
So you said Coach Sandy was hard recruiting you, trying to get you on this team. What were
Yeah.
some things that kind of he persuaded you? What were some things that were like, okay, I think I can do this?
He was like, because he was my basketball coach when I first went to Ridge and we won the championship game. And he was like, we ended our first season good together. Now come back for senior year and we can end it the same way, hopefully, being champs. And I was like,
Mhm.
okay, I'll give it a shot for you.
How much did the fact that you've already been coached by him kind of also make that decision easy for you? Like you knew his coaching style, you knew what his
Mhm.
expectations were. How much was that kind of a swaying factor?
Oh, it was easy. Once he said it, I was like, okay, he's a great coach and he's really good. And yeah, he's just a great coach.
And then as soon as you step on the field, Skylar, you're immediately a senior leader. You're one of the players that is really an energetic person for this team, and you bring a lot of energy to the
Mhm.
dugout. Talk about kind of what you had as a mindset to, okay, I'm going to come on this team and I'm going to be a senior leader to these girls.
I just try my best and make everybody have their heads up, even if they don't, like the younger girls, because being on JV too, I try to make them know, like, oh, that could be me next year on varsity. I try and keep their heads up, and I just try to make them all want to be there.
Now, you might not have been playing with these seniors all their
Mhm.
career, but you definitely have been going to class with them for your
Mhm.
whole career at Middle Ridge. How much closer has this journey with softball made you to the seniors on the team?
Oh, we all got a lot closer. We all like will hang out. We all have a group chat. It made me a lot closer with everybody on the team.
Is there someone, whether it be in the senior class or even younger, that you felt like they weren't really in your circle, you didn't know them too well before the season started, and now because of softball, they've become really important parts of your life, and they've really built a friendship with you?
Yeah, I would say a bunch of the freshmen, definitely a bunch of the younger girls, because I've always been close with like my seniors and the juniors. Definitely the younger girls that I never really knew before. I'm a lot closer with now.
One thing about Middle Ridge softball, you guys know how to have fun. You're coming out of the
Yes.
locker room with the boom box, and you're
Oh yeah.
you're ready to
The
go.
bell. Oh
What's
yeah.
your favorite part about being on this team so far?
Just everybody's a family. It's team over me. Everybody works together. It's just a fun place to be around.
When you hear team over me, everyone kind of does their thing to
Mhm.
kind of prove that to their teammates, to prove that
Mhm.
you are team over me. What are some things that you do to prove to your teammates that you are team before me?
I try not to get down if I like strike out or if I miss a pop up in the outfield. I try not to get down because if my energy's low, the rest of the team's energy will be low if they see me upset.
Is that ever hard? I mean, softball is a sport where you're going to make mistakes. You're going to have
Mhm.
a bad at bat. You're going to have, a mistake in the
Yeah.
field. How hard are you on yourself when those things happen?
I'm pretty hard, especially being a senior. Like, you want to be your best for the younger girls and you want to be a good example. So it's pretty hard, but I do the best I can.
There are a lot of seniors in the world, even outside of YSN, that would feel
Mhm.
like, man, you're asking me to go play with these younger players and try to be a leader to them. Like, I don't want that. I want to be on the big stage. I want to be, how much importance did you take it to say, hey, I want to be there for these younger girls. I
Mhm.
want to make sure the program is put in a great spot because of the senior leader I can be. Talk about that and how much of a mindset that had to be for you and how important that was for you when you stepped on the field.
I love it. I think it's fun. I like to like be a leader and make the girls want to be there because sometimes not everybody wants to be there.
Mhm.
So I try to make them have a good mindset and like, oh, it's fun. Like play next year. I just try to make sure everybody has a good mindset and they're happy to be there.
If you had to define your leadership qualities, what kind of leader would you say you are?
Um, I try to keep everybody's heads up. Like I don't like when people are down if they don't cheer. I try to keep everybody's energy up.
All right, so you get walk up songs at Middle Ridge. One of the ways that you guys always have fun. What's your walk up song? What are some jams that you have?
Mine's California Love. That's the one I have.
What made you pick it? What about that song kind of seeds into your identity?
Um, it was just more of like a hype song my mom helped me pick out. We were like in the living room trying to think, oh, what song could fit the walk up songs that nobody took already. So yeah.
And then what kind of music is on your playlist in general? Do you listen to a lot of hype up music or do you like mellow it down when you're just listening to
I
music
listen to
yourself?
everything, honestly. Like my playlist, it could be happy, then it could be sad the next song, then it could be rap the next, then country. It's all over the place.
I feel it. Do you have like a favorite artist though? Do you have like one that's like a go to like this
Not
dominates
really.
your playlist? No.
Not really. I like everybody.
Okay, so let's just go through it. We're talking music.
Mhm.
What are 3 songs that, like, have to be on a jukebox if it's something you're gonna like? 3 songs that always have to be on a playlist, and then I'll try to get 3 that, like, "Hey, I do not like that song. If it plays, I'm not gonna listen to it."
Gosh, I don't know.
That's a hard
Definitely.
question.
Yeah, we definitely need like Drake in there.
Mhm.
Eminem, I think. I like Morgan Wallen.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't know. That's a hard question.
Are
I
there
feel
any
like
songs out there that just give you the ick that you're like, when they come on, and maybe other people like them, but you're just like, I'm not jamming to that"?
yeah, like Sabrina Carpenter or whatever her last name is. I do not like her.
There you go. Uh,
Yeah.
so we got through that question. Nailed it. Let's talk about your school life. You're a senior in the school. What have been some of the classes that you've taken in your Middle Ridge career that you've really enjoyed?
I love my English. Honestly, that might sound weird to say. My English teacher, he's one of my favorites. I don't have him this year, but he definitely helped me like English. And I liked bio too. And I'm iffy with history, not really into history, but yeah.
What has been the hardest class at Middle Ridge? Like the teacher that grades the
Mhm.
hardest, you know you're gonna have to work hard to get a good grade in this class.
Oh gosh. I mean, my hardest class was probably Spanish freshman year, honestly. And geometry, Mr. Culp's class.
Yeah, man, you got the hard classes out of the way as a freshman.
I
Those have been even
know.
even after 3 years, those have been the hardest classes.
I would say so. I thought bio was easy. English has been easy. I
I
think
love it.
maybe algebra too, but I wouldn't say it's my top. But
What part of English do you like the most? Is it the writing? Is it the reading for you get those books that you're assigned? Or is it the essays, research papers? What part of the English classes do you thrive the most in?
I do like the papers and I do like the
Mhm.
reading like new books and stuff.
What has been like the favorite book that has been assigned to you as a part of an English class?
The Outsiders, definitely The Outsiders.
That's a popular answer. I feel like every high school
Yeah,
kind of has that one in the
definitely The
back pocket.
Outsiders.
It's a good movie too. Have you seen the
Oh,
movie?
yes, love the movie. I still
Movie or
watch it all
book?
the
Which one do
time.
you like better?
The movie. I like
Oh,
movies better than
oh,
the books.
there you go. There you go. Okay, now we'll talk about the future. What kind of things do you want to do after you graduate Middle Ridge? What's in your plans?
I'm going to YSU in the fall for early childhood education.
Well, okay, so a couple of things. One, what made you did you always kind of want to stay home at YSU, or was that a decision that was made later? So what made you want to be a student at YSU?
I always wanted to stay home. I'm a family person, so I
Mhm.
didn't want to go far because I like to be with family. So I just wanted to be close to my family.
And then in that major, that early child education, what
Mhm.
made you kind of want to go down that path?
Um, Two of my teachers in Girard, and then my English teacher, like I was saying, made me like know for
Mhm.
sure, like, oh, I actually do want to be around kids, just not high school kids, though.
If you had to pick one teacher that you've had that you think your style of teaching would kind of emulate the most, what
Mhm.
teacher would it be?
My second grade teacher, Miss Napo at Gerard.
We've talked a lot about, you being a leader and you being a role model
Mhm.
to the younger players. Who were some people in your life that taught you how to be that leader and were a role model for you when you were younger?
Um, my mom and my grandpa definitely, cause my grandma is really sick, so my grandpa takes care of her and, like, makes sure, like, our family's still running good. So he's been, like, that leader in the family and, like, the hero and stuff, so definitely my grandpa.
What is one form of advice you've gotten from a role model, like you just said, that you think stuck with you for a long time that you still kind of tell yourself maybe when you're not having a good day?
To don't get down on yourself and life's too short to be upset about a small thing.
And then my final question for you is when you have those days that we're talking about where maybe, whatever happened, maybe you didn't have a good day at school, maybe you had a tough class, a tough test. What are some things that you do to keep grinding through? You still have to go to practice, you have to give your all for this team. What are some things that keep you driven during those tough days?
I just try not to think about it as much. Like, I'll listen to music in my car to calm me down, or just hang out with my friends to try and calm down. And I try not to take my problems on the field so nobody else has to deal with it because it's not their fault. I had a bad day. It's has nothing to do with my team. It's just me.
All right, the hard part of the interview is over, Skylar. We will end it with some rapid fire just to get to know you a little bit
Okay.
off the field. First question is, what's your dream job? Like, if you could be anywhere, do anything, what kind of job do you want?
I want to be an elementary school teacher, so probably that.
Did that change from like when you were a kid? What was your dream job when you were little? What were some things that you said that you
Um,
wanted to be when you grew up?
I wanted to be a veterinarian when I was little for a long time, but then I got older and realized, oh, I don't like to see sick animals. Like
Yeah, you have to
I can't even watch a movie if a dog dies. So I was like, I don't think I can do that.
you
Like
have to
put an
do that
animal
every day. It would
down.
really take it out
Yeah.
of you, right?
Yeah, I was
Um,
like, I don't think I can do that.
what are some of your favorite animals?
I like dogs. Dogs are definitely my favorite. I like cats, and then I do like bears.
Bears. Any kind of
Mhm.
bear? Any kind of bear?
No, just normal. My grandma loves them. She like it
Mm.
grew on me as I got older to just love bears.
Um, what's your favorite breed of dog?
French bulldog. I have a French bulldog.
Is
Mhm.
that the only pet you have? Run down your pets.
Oh gosh, I have a French bulldog. I have a German shepherd and Shar-Pei mix. We have a
Mhm.
coonhound. We have 2 cats. It's a farm at my house.
Wow.
We have a bunch of animals.
Which one is like the weirdest one? The animals are all weird. They all kind of act crazy.
The
Like,
weirdest?
which one would go viral the easiest, you think?
My Frenchie. He's at the games, so one day you'll see him there. Yeah,
Yes.
probably my Frenchie. Yeah, he's something special.
Next time I'm there, we got to get an intro.
I I know.
We got to get he'll be the YSN mascot for Middle Ridge
Yes.
softball.
I know, that's
Um,
what I said.
if you could, if your dog could talk and talk about
Oh
you, what do you
gosh.
think he would say about you? Because dogs and cats get to see a lot of us. So what do you think your dog would kind of say?
He'd probably call me crazy, honestly, because I yell at him all the time because he's bad, so he'd probably call me crazy.
Always yelling at me, never
Mhm.
giving me enough treats.
Yeah.
We shift into what are gonna be some things that you miss the most about Middle Ridge?
Oh gosh, everything. It's such a great school. Everybody's kind of close. They just do fun things, like Mr. Stevens is wonderful. He's a great principal. Like, we got lucky because how many things we do there. Football games, dressing up, just everything. I'm gonna miss I was telling my mom, I was like, "It's weird. It's coming to an end, and I don't want it to be."
I'm sure as an athlete, you try to stay as healthy as
Mhm,
possible, but you gotta have that guilty pleasure stuff. You gotta have the favorite
mhm.
desserts. What are some of yours?
See, I'm not really big of a sweets person. I like chocolate chip cookies and, like, Dunkin' Donuts, of course.
Well, if it's not a sweet, then there's gotta be something that's maybe not the healthiest for you that you still are
Mhm,
able to kinda have on those cheat days. So
mhm.
what's that for you? What may be the guilty pleasure food?
Chips, any kind of
Chips.
hot chips, popcorn, anything.
What do you take in the dugout? Do you have any dugout snacks?
Sometimes we all snack on, like, the nerd clusters. We snack
Okay.
on those all the time, gum, chips. Yeah, we snack on a bunch of things in the dugout.
Since we're talking about dugout, what's your favorite softball chant? There's a lot of them out there. What's your favorite one?
I don't even know what my favorite one could be. They're all just great.
And then the social media, always trend right now for softball players is what's your softball ick? What's that thing that you see other players do
Oh,
that it's like,
yeah.
oh man, that's cringe.
When they have their hair down when they're playing,
Okay.
it makes me sweat. I just don't even at practice, I'm like, my hair has to be up. It makes me sweat seeing people play games with their hair down.
I love it, Skylar. Thank you so
Mhm.
much for taking the time.
Oh,
Before we let
thank
you go,
you.
I want to give you the time to thank the people behind you, to thank the people that support you, all the people in your life. I want to give you as much time as you want to give them a shout out before we let you go and get you out of here.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanna thank both my moms, my grandpa and grandma, my aunt, and Coach Joe and Coach Will for giving me the chance to prove myself this year, and my team. I'm ready for the rest of the season.
All right, Skylar, we want to thank you so much again for taking the time to join us and talk to us about your senior year. Wish you the best of luck the rest of the season. We hope you get that championship to get out of that.
I know, me
Uh,
too.
and we'll see you again real soon. All right.
Alright, thank you.